You've fallen into the tank top and jeans uniform trap, and it's super boring, but you still kind of love it. I get that. I've got at least 10 easy fixes that you can steal for yourself. Let's go. The easiest and fastest fix is called the third piece rule. And that's just about adding a third piece to your two-piece uniform. And for me, my favorite third piece is like a flouncy cover-up. Something that's a little girly, a little fun. This is the easiest peasiest fix, and I love it. I feel so pretty in this, and people think I'm very fancy, but I'm still just wearing my jeans and a tank top. You could also use a soft blazer, a fun jacket, a vest. The third piece over your uniform is definitely a good stepping stone to change. Here's a linen blazer, for example, while we talk. An easy linen blazer is lightweight, natural material that's easy to wear. Sometimes we default to our uniform because of decision fatigue. Who isn't tired of making decisions? I am honestly so worn out from making decisions. I understand that if clothes are just another decision, that you might default to a uniform. But if you're going to make a decision to wear your uniform, you can decide to wear another item on top. Just have a couple in your arsenal that are easy to throw on. Another easy decision is jewelry. Look how much this jewelry is adding to this outfit. You want to see it without? Boring and naked. Don't be naked, put on some jewelry. So even if you do nothing else to your clothes, at least you can up your makeup game. Like for me, lip color changes everything. When I'm not wearing lipstick, I've had people ask me if I'm sick. And even when I'm wearing nothing but lip color, people ask me why I'm so fancy. It makes that big of a difference. Right now I'm going to put on some pink lipstick in Framboise. Already that made such a difference. It feels so pretty. So I'd like to show you how I do my very light, polished and pretty makeup look. And for this makeup look, we'll be partnering with Merit Beauty because people who want their outfit to be as simple as possible, like tank top and jeans, also want their makeup routine to be as simple as possible. You want something you can't mess up. And it starts with this serum. This Great Skin Serum is so good. But just like your jeans and t-shirt won't look very good if you're wearing lumpy underwear, sorry for the visual, your skin looks better with a nice foundation. My next step would go straight to the uniform, which is a tinted sunscreen. I love this because it's like the easiest way to put on sunscreen every day without having to think about multiple steps. I also like to use the Minimalist. This is in the shade Ecru for a sort of concealer for the dark spots in the inner corner of my eye and any place I have sunspots, like right here and here. And then any place that little veins are showing through, especially right there. Merit is for those who want a light makeup look. Not no makeup, but light makeup for a real polished day look. I also love that they use models with real aging skin on their website. And now let's add a little bit of color with the Flush Balm in Beverly Hills. I love this makeup line. Eyebrows are always an important part of your look. I like to pencil in the spots where it's a little bare and then fill it out with a brow gel. And a little bit of mascara is always a good thing. But I really believe that the biggest difference for me is in lip color. You can imagine how excited I was when Merit came to me with these new lip liner colors. There's actually 6 new colors, but these are my top 3 favorites. This is Cassis, so pretty, June, and Rose. Rose has quickly become one of my favorite everyday pinks. But you can see how you can use each one of these colors for a different application. This is my going out pinky red lip. This is a really easy to use neutral, and this one's my everyday pink. And that's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to show you my favorite lip combo. And these things go on so beautifully, watch. And these lip liners are so hydrating. It used to be that lip liners were a very dry product. This one in particular, so good. I could even wear it without the lip oil, but watch how the lip oil transforms it. And we're going to layer this with the Pink Beat color. And here's the finished look. So if you're interested in checking out these colors, please check my links below because through my link, you're going to get access to exclusive sets. Vegan, cruelty-free, minimalist. What else could you want as a tank top girl? And if this is your first order, you're going to get a super cute makeup bag that I use all the time when I'm traveling. And check out this texture. How is this so good? Now let's wear this easy makeup look with more tank top tips. One thing you can think about is how tight your tank top is. I do default to pretty tight tank tops because they feel good, but sometimes a little bit of a looser fit, a more relaxed fit, looks nicer and more polished. And then one easy trick you can do is you can roll up a silk scarf and tie it to your shoulder. I like to put it around my bra strap as well. So I usually give it just a regular knot, not a bow, a regular knot so it doesn't get lost or fall off. Then I like it a little bit behind my shoulder. And you can mess with it a little bit until it lies flat, but that's pretty. And when you move, you have this nice little swish of beautiful fabric. This works best when you're wearing jewelry and a light polish of makeup as well. I mean, of course, you can just wear it around your neck, and that is an obvious answer, at least to me. But maybe if it's not to you, let me just show you why. Cuteness. Cuteness all the time. Another thing you can do is play with the bag that you're carrying. Like how about a fun tote bag? That will always zhuzh up a look. Or how about a tote bag and a scarf? Now we are talking. Now this topic's not for everybody, but a fun belt can really change the vibe of your outfit. Like here's gold. I always like this white one. We've got some regular belts that just have really good classic buckles. Leopard. Lighter colored woven ones that have texture, medium color with texture. One of my favorites is this fabric one that has all sorts of texture. In this case, I'm just going to show you how my regular old brown belt with a nice buckle really adds something. I think it's kind of funny how little Americans think about belts. Now, I know that a lot of people don't want to think about belts because their middle has expanded with menopause, and that's okay, just choose something else. But let's talk about people who want to wear belts for 1 second, because belts are the jewelry of your pants and they make such a difference. They add so much polish. Look, I'm going to put my hair away and I'm just going to let this gold belt buckle shine, and it's so pretty. Add a nice structured leather tote bag and you actually look like you're doing this on purpose. But you're just wearing your jeans and a tank top. Let's play with a larger scale scarf. So suppose you don't have a flouncy cover up, but you have maybe a larger scarf or a pashmina sitting around and you don't know what to do with it. So let's talk about these scarf sizes. This is a pretty good size for doing what I'm about to talk about. I'm 5'9" for reference, so if you're wondering how big these are, I'm actually not going to measure them, but you can see on a 5'9" person how big they are. I think it's one of my least favorite things to do is actually measure something with a ruler. This is huge. Now, most people wouldn't have one that size, so I'm not going to use that huge one. Hey, this is pretty good. This is like pashmina sized. Let's do it. So what you want to do is give the corners, the small side, a little tie to each other right at the tips. Just a little bit. And then take the other small side and tie those corners together. And now what you've done is made yourself kind of a shawl with sleeves. I think I would have picked a different color tank top. Why don't I switch into a brown one? My brown second skin bodysuit. Now here's the thing about a bodysuit is that it's longer than your tank top and you are supposed to snap it underneath, but I never do. I just tuck it in. And it's so comfortable, it never pops out. But you do want to check in with yourself a couple times a day to make sure it didn't, or that you fully tucked it back in after your bathroom visit. So let's see our creation here. I changed to brown because the scarf has browns in it, and I thought it would look better. Here you have a fancy and flouncy cover-up. Maybe you're going out to the park to see a band at night, and this would be perfect. It's so pretty and so dramatic for a picnic or just a summer evening out. I actually wonder what would happen if we used a smaller scarf. I haven't tried this in this way. So because it's a square, just pick any two corners that are next to each other and give those a tie. This is really small compared to that other one. So if you don't want to be as dramatic, but you want a little shoulder coverage, you got yourself a cute little shrug, a little silk shrug to shrug in, or shoulder shimmy. And then once you add a serious bag, and you've got your shiny belt, and you've got your simple makeup and your nice jewelry. One might take me a little serious in this outfit, in this boring outfit. Suddenly it's not so boring anymore. So speaking of how silk scarves can zhuzh up your outfit, I would really like to try double scarfing this. Double scarfing is a technique where you tie two scarves together and then just see what happens. So I'm going to take the two ends of these scarves that still have the tag on them because I want to hide these tags, and I'm just going to tie it right where those tags are. I really should just cut off the tags, but I just haven't done it. And then put that knot behind your neck and then just give it a little wrap. And that gives you a little bit of an interesting and just slightly baffling scarf. People can't really figure out what's going on here, but it's so pretty. And you really never know what you're going to get when you double scarf. It's an adventure. Check out how pretty this is, and I have not had to change out of my tank top and jeans. Let's talk a little bit about the problem of your modern life. Between your job, taking care of the young and old, physical labor like cleaning your house, making sure you have the right nutrients in your body, exercising, all of this, and still commuting back and forth, driving around everywhere, you might have decision fatigue. You might just have plain old fatigue, and you don't want to make any more choices. And that's one of the reasons why we tend to fall into a uniform trap. It's just one more choice we have to make in our life. Why do we also have to look good? Well, we don't. Looking good is a choice. It's a choice to put yourself out there in the world in a way that makes people notice, makes people happy. When you dress up a little bit, you're sharing your joy of life with others. So even though you don't have to, you might want to. And if you're ready to swap one of these items out, like tank top or your jeans, I've got a couple ideas for you. So instead of your plain tank top or bodysuit, why not try prettier material like a silk tank top? It just floats so nicely and the fabric feels so great and it looks so luxurious. Pair this with a statement belt and an adorable little structured purse. How about something like a silk tank dress? And what you can do is you can go up on the inside and gather a whole bunch of it into a ponytail scrunchie. Then you've got yourself a fancy tank top that you can arrange as you like. And it's got ruching. It's beautiful. This would be fun to wear out. With a little jacket on top, a nice casual little jacket. This is so cute. Still technically a tank top and jeans. Or how about a top with a fun detail? That adds so much fun. Or what about a tank top with more interesting neckline, like a halter top? In this case, you can skip the necklaces. But what if you dared to swap out your jeans? Like, this is a pair of active pants from New Balance, if you can believe it. Like, I could go play golf in these, or I could just wear them instead of jeans, and they are so pretty. They add so much style to every outfit, and they're super comfortable. I can do anything in these. I can garden, I can do ballet. No, it doesn't matter what clothes I put on. I'm not going to be able to do ballet. One can dream. The point being, there are so many comfortable pants out there. It doesn't have to be jeans. What if we did something really stretchy and weird? What about some soft pants in a crazy pattern? These are super fun, and they're actually pretty easy to wear because the craziness is away from your face. And just toss some jewelry and maybe like a cotton overshirt over this, and some jewelry, and it looks like you've got some on-purpose style here. Don't tell anybody you're still wearing your trusty tank top. I love this shape of pants. These are from Halara. And I never stop loving these. In fact, I think what would look really good is if I really make the shoes chunky. Fisherman sandals for the win. This is a really cute little black and white outfit. I'll grab a giant colorful scarf from my arsenal. I don't usually wear white, black, and red because these are harsh colors on me, but this is a fun outfit. I think I'd give this a couple of wraparounds and a big old tie. A kerfuffle, if you must. I must. Or a simple swap for a skirt. And the skirt is made of jeans. Why can't you just wear a denim skirt, a long denim skirt, instead of your jeans, add a little bit of style, add a little bit of personality. Easy swap. One of my favorite swaps. Just these easy swaps show a little bit of intention. And when you show intention that you're trying, other people around you think, I think I should try too. You start something, you stir it up. So go out there and be unafraid and stir things up. I don't worry too much about matching. And the less I worry about it, the more stylish and intentional people think I am. Confidence is key. Go out there and have fun, because life is too short to not wear your fun clothes. And if you're interested in this Merit makeup, don't forget to check my links below for those special sets. Go out there and be weird. I'll see you soon.